culminate that material which eventually expanded to become the present part 1 of Savitri. So the first canto of Book 3 is called The Pursuit of the Unknowable. And the second is called The Adoration of the Divine Mother. The fourth, The Vision and the Boon, is devoted to the long colloquy between the Supreme Mother and Asvapati, which concludes with her granting the boon of the birth of Savitri as an emanation of herself to fulfill Asvapati's aspiration of transformation for earth and men. So where, if anywhere, do we find the Purushottama, and who or what is this supreme person? We've already reached 5 o'clock, and so I'm just going to give you my conclusion about this. I turned to Sri Aurobindo's letters on yoga, and there he seems to be using this term, Purushottama, as an equivalent of the transcendent mother, the Adya Shakti, the supramental Shakti, mother of all the worlds. So this is the mother who reveals herself to Asvapati as the soul of the world first, and enables him to enter the overmind kingdoms of the greater knowledge. This is the one whose presence he's longing for in Book 3, and who's revealed to him in the adoration of the Divine Mother. But Sri Aurobindo says, I don't know that there's anything like a Purushottama consciousness which the human being can attain or realize for himself. The Purushottama consciousness is the consciousness of the Supreme Being, and man, by loss of ego and realization of his true essence, can live in it. And I think this is shown in the third canto, the beginning of the third canto, the vision and the house of the spirit and the new creation. The Adya Shakti has revealed herself to him. He knows that here is the ultimate solution he's been looking for. But how is he to attain her grace, the grace of the transcendent mother? He performs a tremendous last sacrifice of tapasya at the beginning of Canto 3. He tore desire up from its bleeding roots and offered to the gods the vacant place. And as a result, a last and mightiest transformation came. And there's a wonderful description of what that transformation meant for Asvapati. So I think that that's a description of Asvapati realizing himself as an eternal portion of the Purushottama and living in the Purushottama. In this state, he can enter into the house of the Spirit and experience the new creation. It's in this state that at last he can meet the Transcendent Mother face to face, hear her speak, insist on his prayer, and win the boon of the birth of Savitri. His return to earth with her promise and assurance marks the close of part 1 of Savitri. So this part 1 of Savitri I mentioned at the beginning, it's the part on which Sri Aurobindo spent the most time. Parts 2 and 3 he seems to have composed from 1945 to 1950, more or less written from scratch. Some lines are there from very early versions, but by that time obviously he was in full mastery of his medium. But what has inspired Sri Aurobindo to expend all this time and concentration on the theme of Asvapati's quest, which did not form part of the original plan of the poem? in the darkest years of the Second World War, while the earth was passing through a huge crisis and convulsion, of which he and the mother alone grasped the full significance, Sri Aurobindo was noting down in these precise and powerful mantric lines all that we need to know to be able to fulfill our role and reach our highest destiny. To recall to us the forgotten knowledge coded in our depths of the nature and significance of the many layers of the evolutionary manifestation that our souls have accepted to inhabit, our place in it, our current role as human beings, and the key to how we can contribute to Sri Aurobindo's work. The Mother has told us that Sri Aurobindo's work is by serving the truth and enlightening mankind to hasten the rule of the Divine's love upon earth, thus bringing about a divine life here in the material universe for earth and man. All gratitude to Sri Aurobindo. Are we going to get a blessing of rain?